Since its original reveal at Minecraft Live in 2020, we've saw very little about the deep dark and how the finished product will look in game. However, I believe today ItzJhief has given us the closest ever look at this we've received, not only giving us some new deep slate textures, but some all new ore textures that are exclusive to the biome. So in this video everyone, we are going to be going over all of the new deep dark textures that have been revealed by Mojang. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here. Only about 8% of you that watch these videos are currently subscribed, so be sure you change that everyone. I do daily Minecraft videos, but without wasting any more time, let's just get right into it. So just a few hours ago, as of when I'm recording this over on Twitter, ItzJhief, who is the lead artist of Minecraft, came out and tweeted new deep slate top, and then shown below an image of a new deep slate texture. Now there's a second one to get onto in a moment, but just to give some feedback and some background to this image, the top of the texture has been edited, whereas the side of the block has been left the same. Now, as you might be able to tell, this is a stark contrast from how it looks in the current snapshots. At the moment it looks a lot more similar to stone on the top, whereas right now it looks like a completely new and unique texture. Now in my opinion, this looks really cool and just captures the look and the feel of the deep dark perfectly. As we've heard from King B Dogs, the biome is meant to creep you out a little bit when you go down there and just give you a completely different vibe to the regular Minecraft caves, and this texture in my opinion encapsulates that perfectly. Just the rugged feel at the top and the randomness with the textures and how it looks like it bumps out in certain places and dips down in others just captures the feel of the deep dark and how I imagine it to be, which is obviously awesome and is what an artist is meant to do, give you a certain feeling when you look at it. And as soon as I looked at this texture, I felt what the deep dark would feel like, which is obviously a job well done by ItzJhief. Let me know what you think. But if I had to say one bad thing about this, which was actually fixed in the second tweet, the top of the texture does not match the sides. At the side it looks very dark and it just looks very big. The textures on the side look very big, whereas at the top it's a lot more small and they're a lot more detailed and the colours are a lot lighter. But then below this, ItzJhief tweeted, made it slightly darker here, also showing how ores integrate, some better than others. I like this version. I tried making it even darker, exact same colours as sides, but that made it very busy and look a bit too dark. So this is a compromise between the lightest and the darkest. And this image below changed my whole opinion about the new texture, because at first, I will admit, I was very 50-50 about it. I was very split. On one side I liked the texture, but on the other hand I did not like the colour. But in this one it looks a lot more polished and just the colours match a lot nicer. One thing I would say about it though, from the top down, if you look at it from far away, the texture just looks very busy and the anti-aliasing makes it look a bit weird, but it does look very cool, and especially up close with the new ores, they do look very nice. One thing I would say though, the diamond looks kind of weird in there. Maybe they could do some kind of shading or add some colours around it, but in my opinion it just looks, the contrast is far too extreme. I can see how the iron, the lapis lazuli, the gold and the redstone would fit, but as I said, the diamond does pop and I do like that, but it just pops a little bit too much and it just does not match the texture. Now let me know what you think about this, but personally I like it, and as I said earlier on, I think it encapsulates the feel of the deep dark perfectly. The texture just looks so rugged and busy and just so crazy, and when I imagine the deep dark, that is what I imagine it looking and feeling like, just very busy and rugged compared to the regular caves, which are quite smooth and light and very easy on the eyes. But one thing I want to talk about real quick is how different the texture looks to when it was first shown at Minecraft Live. When I first saw this gameplay, I really did like this texture, and be sure you let me know what you think about this, because I don't know if it's just me me or if it's everyone feels the same way, but I really did like this texture, and still till this day it is my favourite Grimstone / Deep Slate texture we have actually received. But when compared to this one, I do like them both each in their own way, but I just think the differences are incredible and just pretty fun to compare. So let me know down below in the comments, do you prefer the original Deep Slate texture or the current Deep Slate texture? But this gets me thinking, what other changes are they going to make to this texture? Because the variations it has been through is absolutely incredible. As I said, from how it started to how it looks now, there is a stark difference between the two. But as I said, this gets me even more excited for the next snapshot, because will we see a brand new block that is just the top texture but on all sides? And will we see a brand new kind of cobbled Deep Slate where the texture looks different? Because the texture on the top, in my opinion, should be on all sides of the block. Just they do not match. The top and the sides do not match. The sides just look very smooth and very cobbly, very cobblestone like, but the top looks very kind of basalt delta-y, if that's even a word. It looks like something you would find in the basalt deltas in the nether. And as I said earlier on, these new ore textures for the top of the block just do not look right in my opinion. They do not match. They look kind of cool, but the contrast is just too crazy. Maybe if they had some little cracks around the ore to make it look like they're peeking out from the block, it would look fine. But just seeing these very smooth, bright, saturated ores peeking out from this very rugged, cobbly texture just looks a bit odd in my opinion. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. Do you like these new textures or do you prefer the old ones? I've saw some people really going crazy at Japa about these new textures, just saying things like, why are you changing the textures again? They look fine how they was. Why do you have to keep changing it? They look fine. But just to finish up, I want to say that at the end of the day, everyone, you've got to remember Mojang has their own vision for the deep dark and how they want it to look, and Japa is an artist and is meant to make textures that make you feel things. And for those people that are just shutting down Japa for being creative and trying to try something different, just please do not do that. We should not be discouraging Japa from being creative, because at the end of the day, that is how we start to get very boring, dumbed down textures and very boring, dumbed down updates. If I was you, be sure you click the link in the description and go over to Twitter and give Japa some constructive criticism in order to ensure that these textures look as good as possible in the next snapshot. Because just hating at Japa blindly, saying why have you made these new textures, is not gonna do anything. Whereas if you go over to Twitter and give Japa some actual criticism and feedback about what you like about the block and what you do not like, will ensure we get the best looking block possible. So be sure you do that and let me know down below in the comments, as I said earlier on, what you think. I'll be sure to read all of your opinions down below in the comments. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below if you've not already. I do daily Minecraft videos, and tomorrow I've got a bit of a different video coming up, so be sure you show support on that and drop it a like if you'd like to see more like it. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another video. Goodbye.